Stream is live. Yeah, we have for some reason, excuse me, there's times where I mean majority of the time both of us can, play games in live stream like, no problem. But um it's occasionally it's just our internet provider will just kind of like craps out. Oh yeah, yeah. I actually laid into them pretty good the other day because I called them up and was like, um, "Oh, how come we've been getting like reduced speeds and whatnot?" And they're like, "Because I said I'm like we're paying for 50 megabyte download and 10 megabyte upload," and they're like, "Oh well," they're like, "Oh well, you're paying up to that," and I'm like, "Oh, here we go with the excuses." I'm like, "Here we flip and go." Yeah, because it's a loophole, unfortunately. Huh? It's one of the states here called MetroCast. I hate them. Yeah, see, Comcast, like, I don't want to say like Comcast. Basically, unfortunately, they are ones that started out just kind of going like, oh, we're going to be an internet service provider, but we're also going to provide, cable TV. And now, they do home security. They have their own like cell phone networks and shit and whatnot. I don't mind Comcast to a degree, but unfortunately, a lot of these major, telecommunication companies, when they get as big as they do, um, they kind of get it in their heads that, oh, we're like, immensely popular. Ergo, they get in their head, oh, we can charge whatever the hell we want, for our services and whatnot. And it's annoying because, some of the crap that they charge you for, um, is ridiculous. Like when I lived with my mom, we had a main cable box in the living room, and we had, if you want it in other living rooms, you have to pay more. Um, and per room, so you get like these smaller cable boxes. So ours broke, and we reported it to Comcast, and they were like, "Oh, okay, very sorry to hear that. Blah blah blah. We'll take them off your bill." And I happened to look at the bill that my mom gets from them one day. Well, come to find out, not only had they not taken it off the bill, but they had actually been charging her for like the last like 18 months. So when I found out myself, I myself was, profusely unhappy because it's like, you said you're going to take it off the bill, and then, you don't, and then you turn around and, you know what I mean? You turn around and you're still charging someone for it. Like, so they just do a lot of things, in my opinion, that are just not good business practices. No, they're not. And I mean, I actually myself, I actually called them like on behalf of my mom because I didn't want her to have to deal with that crap. Um, and because I said to her, I'm like, I have no problem calling them. I said because I'm like, you can't be, I'm like, you can't be nice. It's customer service. I'm like, you can't be nice with them. Like you can't be all like, oh, ha ha ha. Like no, I'm like, you have to be rude to make your point, to them. And they started out like insulting us, and they were like, "Oh well, we're sorry for the inconvenience. We'll give you $5 off the bill and whatnot." And I just was kind of like, really, like $5 off the bill, really, like that's what you're gonna offer, and tooth and nail. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not getting off this phone. I said, um, with anything less, I said, than you going and taking, these charges off the bill. And I said, you're going to refund, um, I said, what you stole from my mom. I said, because it's theft. And they're like, the guy's like trying to like, the guy's legitimately trying to like fight with me about it. He's like, oh, it's not theft. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what a customer service person, no, chief, no bullshit said to me. And I'm like, really? It's not theft? I said, tell me something. I said, if I went and charged you, money for something, but didn't give you the service or the item you paid for, what would that be? And he says something like, oh, it would just be like unfair or, something stupid like that. And I'm just like, no, you idiot. It would be theft. I'm like, you're stupid. And he just freaking, I fought probably with, I want to say, with at least probably like 3 different people. And then eventually they kind of were like, um, they eventually came around and whatnot, mainly because of the fact that I was just like, I'm not getting off this phone until go into, credit my mom for, stealing and whatnot. But you know what I mean? Though it just like drove me utter nuts that they would, basically be okay with stealing from customers, like and whatnot. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. See, Cooper, if they had like just right from the get go admitted, hey, you know what? Yeah, we screwed up. No big deal. It's easy for us to go and fix. Okay, great. But to not, but in my opinion, hang on, hang on. Gotcha. People still forget in this game that if you're going to loot someone, don't stand up while you're looting someone. Um, yeah, so I just like, you know, if they had just admitted it from the get-go, oh, hey, yeah, sorry, we screwed up, great. But to not only not admit it and then lie to me, you know what I mean? Like that's what set me the hell off. And then to have him, on top of it, to have him give me attitude, I was like, I was like, no, 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 no. Like, you're not going to give me attitude over this. You people are wrong, and you're going to admit it. And they didn't want to admit that, and I was like, you're going to admit that. I don't care. Cheap hit, wait, compensator, drop, where's my, but yeah, no, I've always had like a bad experience with I don't want to say I always had a bad experience with like Comcast and customer support, but it's just I just don't like when companies get so big like that they think that that they can just kind of like piss and shit on their customers. Myself, I mean, I've always been being that I've had plenty of jobs in retail. I've always been very big on customer service and you know. Oh, Oz, how's Oz doing? Tell Oz he has to switch to decaf. He's too jittery. Every yeah, every time I talk to him, I feel like the poor guy's gonna have a freaking heart attack. I knew I knew that was gonna get a rise out of him. What do you say? Oh God, fucking A. Fucking guy just got me. I'm sorry. What do you say? Oh, Oz, poor guy over there. Oz probably doesn't want decaf because he doesn't want to be decaffeinated. It's true. You know what I got for a controller? I really liked. I picked up the. It's a company called Hyperkin, and they remade the original Duke controller from the original Xbox One. Yeah, pop in the stream. You can see me with it. I've got it actually right here. That I'm actually playing with. And what's really cool is when you play the controller and click the guide button, it actually plays the original boot up logo inside the controller, which I kind of thought was really cool. I will say going from an original Xbox controller to a 360 controller back to the Duke controller was certainly interesting. Uh, Cooper, you like this? This is funny. When you're in pregame lobby for PUBG now, and you're on the third map for PUBG, they give you apples to throw at everyone. See, Chief needs to use the website that I'm using for my stream right now. It's it's uh it's that Lightstream website, Chief, I was telling you about. Yeah, but think about this. You're already going subscribing to people for $6 a month. This is $2 more a month at 8. And think about it this way. It goes and it's actually like doing most of the work for you as far as like setting up your stream. And they finally got it working now, so when you set up your scenes that you want for your stream, you can whip out your phone as long as your phone's connected to the same Wi-Fi network as um as your PC is, or as your Xbox. You can turn around um you can turn around now and switch the scenes from your phone. You don't have to be on PC. It's wicked useful, Chief. Shit, heard a guy here. Gotcha. The guy was legitimately like leaning out with like 3/4 of his body right there. Sucker. Loser. Remember, Chief, in the words of Ace Ventura, in every contest, there must be a loser. Don't forget that. Wait, extended mag. Wow, that was a terrible jump. Climb, damn you. Oh, looky, Chief, a shotgun. No. Remember, Chief, guns are bad. Okay. It's okay, Chief. You know, I was trying so hard the other night when I joined Chief's stream, and like he was doing some mission, I forget what it was, but he kept dying like I don't know how many times. You know, you gotta love when people are stupid and fire off a shot that gives themselves away. Like that dumbass just found out. Moron. Yeah, tell him, Chief. Gotta be like, all aboard the Moron Express. Woo woo. Ugh. You know, it's... I felt bad, too, because I didn't want to laugh at Chief, but it was just so funny, because I could, like... Chief, for some reason, like, never streams, like, with his audio on, so every time he was dying, I could just picture... Chiefy. Chief, are you mad, bro? What do you think, Cooper? Does Chief get angry? Chief, were you getting upset? See, Cooper. I think what it is. I think just you know, deep down, I think Chief just needs a hug. Is what it is. Chief just needs a hug, and for everyone to tell him that it's going to be okay. Right, Chief? Chief, I've always thought very highly of you, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't touch you to scratch you. I wouldn't even spit on you. Oh yeah? Did you enjoy our cheaper prices? Chief, what were you doing at Jiffy Lube? Oh yeah, guy was probably one. He was probably one of them fucking rednecks. Gotta watch out for them rednecks, Chief. Racist. Oh, those kind of Indians. Okay, okay. See, I got you now. See, you're making me worried, Coop. You make me worried over here. You saying Indians, man? I thought you were just being a racist SOB over here. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's people that will have zero tolerance for that crap. Here's Chief. Here's Chief over here, already starting with all this negativity. Be nice, Chief. Chief, what's the matter, bro? You want to talk about it? Cooper, how come Chief's always so hostile? Chief, Chief, were you not loved as a child? Is that what it is? Well, but like I was saying before, Chief, you should definitely look into this site, dude. It's great. I mean, me personally, it's definitely gonna keep me um doing the whole Mixer Pro thing to support Mixer. And I mean, at the very minimum, it at least gets you the little like alerts on the screen for like, follows or hosts or donations. And it's very, very easy to set up. I mean, it's not hard at all. Yeah, this is definitely weird, man. I have my Mixer feed up in front of me, and at random, it just like pixelates for like all of like a couple seconds. So bizarre. And it drives me nuts too, because it's not as if like my connection can't handle it. Like, oh, and surprise, surprise, people still camp bridges in PUBG. 'Cause here's a bridge right here. No, see, Chief, because what they do is they go and they'll get, they'll basically try and make like a roadblock. They'll try and make like a roadblock to choke people up to get, free kills and whatnot. And then another thing in this game I still cannot understand, for the love of God, is you know why you swim faster when you submerge yourself underwater. No lie. It makes like 0 sense to me. But now, Coop, that's cool that you had a good time in the States. Oh, you gotta frame that, man. Oh, I just totally ganked that guy's kill. Oh, I just ganked another kill. Oh my god. Oh, I wish you guys were watching right now. That's freaking hilarious. These two guys were fighting, and I just popped up behind a rock, shot one. The guy swung over to me, and I just went and shot and killed him too. Oh, that's hilarious. This gun is so overpowered. It's like not even funny. Why can't I? Oh, that would probably be why, because I have like 6 pain meds. And it's funny now too, because I can no longer get trash talked in any game since I flick my privacy settings on so that Chief knows that unless you're on my friends list, you can't physically communicate with me. Excuse me. And well, I did that so, you know, just so, you know, I wouldn't go and be stupid and get myself banned anymore. Although I did laugh because on stream the other day I decided to play a match of squads with randoms. And let's just say that these kids were so unbelievably, like, fun. The kid, like, that driving the car, every couple seconds was like doing, like, just kept hitting, he just kept running into walls and whatnot. So I was like, alright. I'm like, you know, I went to get in the car. So we stopped. I went to get in the car, and they started shooting at me. So I got out of the car, and then one of them came up to me and punched me. So my health is down to like nothing. So I'm like, alright, not cool. So I heal. The kid shoots me again. So I'm like, alright. And I look at Laura Bear and I go, Lauren, watch this. She goes, what? Stick my ass out of the window, take a grenade, and if you hold left bumper, you'll cook off the grenade. Boom! Took out all 4 of them. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I like almost wish that like you know, that my privacy settings were off so I could have them, like, you know, message me and, you know, be like, oh, you're a loser, rah, 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 and whatnot. I'm like, you know, some people should just not be playing like versus games or, like, you know, battle royale games. Some of them, you know, just they don't get it. Like, they're dumb. Let's see who's in here, or is it? Chief, you've been lost. Oh, of course. Someone's... Loser. Kid just tried to troll me coming out of the river. Loser. And this is why this gun is so unbelievably overpowered, Chief. This guy's character was wearing a skirt. Really? Not bad, Chief. Up to 5 kills already. And sadly... Do you guys believe I have 309 followers and like almost like no one ever comes in and checks out the stream anymore? I blame Chief. He's mean. Oh, shots. Oh, I'm not in here. I did have one game the other day, Chief. You would have laughed. I literally was driving on a motorcycle, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I think I just saw a guy back there. So like, when I turn around, it's literally 2 players. For some reason in this game, people will like, be playing, and just for a reason they'll stop playing, or they go and they'll just disconnect at the start of the game. And so what happens is you'll go and you get kicked out of the plane. Like if you don't bail out of the plane at some point, you get kicked out. So I whirled up. It's two players just standing there. So I just walked up, double tapped them in the back of the head and got 2 free kills. And Lauren's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "They were just standing there, free kills." Another one. Haha. Oh, that kid's gonna be so pissed off. Wait a minute. An update? What? Oh yeah. I know about the preview program, buddy. What level are you in? Yeah, alpha is the one where you will go and get stuff like right away. Beta is right underneath it. That's what I am. That's funny. Where'd this guy go? Nice. All right, man. Oh, that's so funny. I just ran right up on a dude and killed him. Hilarious. Oh, shit. Ow. Chief, somebody just threw a grenade at me. Bye, Cooper. Oh, wow. This kid just cheated. No, there's another one. Oh, damn it, Chief. Uh, son of a... Oh, Chief, I just took number 3. 10 kills on the board. Oh, bye, Chief. What the hell?